Welcome to Mindful Moments. I'm your host Diksha Chakravarti, and here we talk about mindful moments. Today our topic is all about self-doubt. Here we have Aditi Srivastava, a well-known media person and consultant of mental health. Welcome, Aditi.
Thank you for having me here, Diksha. I would love to talk about this topic.
So our first question is, for you, what is self-doubt?
So basically, everyone just get confused in the question that what actually self-doubt is. When one fear about speaking in front of anyone, or when one fears about rejection or anything, then that criticism in self creates self-doubt.
Everyone in their life at one point, they always feel that self-doubt of facing the society. So for you, have you ever realized or faced that self-doubt in a society of presenting yourself?
Definitely, I think this is a daily work of mine. I am a very self-doubtful person, and a little bit opportunity, if it's taken from your hand or if it's not given to you, so you start self-doubting yourself. You start comparing yourself with others, that why not me, why they, and then this releases your overthinking, of course, and then overthinking again gives rise to self-doubt.
So my second question to you would be, like, we have gone through social media and came up with a lot of exercise. So for you, what are your way to go exercises to overcome self-doubt?
What I personally do is that I write a diary on a daily basis, and in that diary I write about like what was my day schedule, what I am feeling right now, even if I am feeling very low, even if I am feeling very high, and I am feeling good, bad, everything, nervous, etc. Every emotion I just write down in my diary, and just keep it very safely. And at the end of the day, right before sleeping, I just read it out for myself. I just read it out, and I just gather all that emotions. I just think that was I feeling really right at that moment, like was that emotion really needed at that time? So and then I come up with my response.
Yeah, the journal idea is really creative, because I myself also apply this in my real life. After the day ended, I write one page of my daily thought, what were the best moments, 3 best moments and 3 bad moments. So it actually compensate with the things that we really had some point of smiles in our face, happiness in our face, and then we also have some setbacks. So my another question to you would be, what are the things like exercises you would recommend it, apart from the journaling part, like exercise in the basis of structures and like running or something to our viewers?
No, that is something to keep yourself fit, like doing gym, running, eating less. And first of all, I would like to tell youth that eating less and eating more doesn't give anything to your body. Like, you're not growing fat and you're not growing thin because of eating. Okay, that is another thing. Even if you stop eating now, you'll grow fat. So and I have observed this, that people who are little chubby, little, why to call fat and skinny, little chubby, and the one who are not little chubby, they feel inferior about themselves, and that is the main thing. They do self-doubt. Like, for example, today my hair is not looking good, oh god, again self-doubt. My face is not looking good, I am having a pimple, oh god, again self-doubt. So it is running in veins, I guess. And for this, except apart from journal what I write, I also I overthink. Of course, that is something.
Overthinking is something that every person in some phase, they face that thing.
Yeah, definitely. So self-doubt is only creating that overthinkingness.
Yes.
And apart from that, I talk to my mom about every problem. Like, she is my best friend. I really talk to my mom. You can talk to your beloved ones. You can share the problem, even if it's a if you broke a pencil and you're hurt. You should share that with someone. You should have a person, comfort person.
In today's world, the generation that we call the Gen Z,
Yeah.
they are very fear up about talking their feelings out with their parents, and like they feel ki if someone has a best friend or someone as a lover or something, so they are their dearest, they will understand themselves and they will only assure that they are the good person to them and not their parents. So what are your comments or what are your thoughts to be revolving around this topic?
So this is basically, a generation gap. Not everyone's parent is, this friendly, and people fear, like children fear, like I cannot share this to my mom, I cannot share this to my dad, and that's completely okay. You can share it to someone else, you can share it with your friend, you can share it with your partner, you can share it with anyone, but at least share. You cannot just write a post on Instagram, I'm not feeling good, and you expect a lot of people will, ask why, what happened, this and that, and then there also you are just not giving any answer. You are like, no, I'm fine, this happened. You're not getting the correct response. You at this moment need someone who understands you and who actually hears you without giving a logical solution.
It's a very common thing on social media. Like I have also seen many of my friends posting, some mental health quotes. And like I am a person who sees a story and I reply, how are you? Are you feeling good? Or are you okay? So people replies in, हाँ मैं तो ठीक हूँ. But on the other hand, we really know that that quote really meant for something,
Maybe for someone.
Meant something to them, that's why they have posted it, right?
Definitely.
So it is a quote like it is okay to not to be okay,
Yeah.
right? Like you may heard this quote, like it is a very famous quote. So like do you apply this, like if you are not
Yeah.
okay, so are you not scared of accepting this concept in
Yeah.
front of the environment,
Yeah, of
or in the
course.
society?
Yeah, if someone is if I'm actually not okay, and if someone is asking me, I'll be very honest. Yeah, I'm not okay, and I don't know. Sometimes you actually don't know the reason why you're not okay. You feel weak. I'm not okay. You don't feel good in your heart. I'm not okay. So that is fine to tell to everyone. Yeah, but the reason behind it now I cannot explain it to everyone.
Yes,
So I just be like, I'm not okay, and we'll talk to you later, and that is it.
Okay, so in everyone's life there is a friends group, or there are friends who support them in their lows and highs, and there are people who don't have friends,
Yeah.
obviously. So do you have these type of friends who is supporting you, or who are as a backup in your life, like you can run into them anytime, anywhere for your any problem?
Luckily, I have those friends, and I'm very, very, very thankful to God for gifting me. Like people they say girl friendship is something you cannot trust on them, boys are better in friendship and this, and I don't believe that. I got my girls, and they are power to me. Like I can talk anything to them, I can talk rubbish to them, and they are there to hear, they are there to give me solutions, and I'm just I cannot explain, I just love them so very much.
Yeah, girl friendships are really special.
Very.
So one last thing you want to just convey a quote or something you want to advise our viewers who are watching?
There is no such quote, but whenever you feel low, whenever you feel something that you should not criticize yourself on the basis of your looks, the way you talk, the way you walk. Definitely not, because you are unique in your own way, and self-doubting is I know it's running in veins, you can't help it, but at least you can reduce it, at least you can talk it to your comfort person. So this is my only advice, that talk about it.
Thank you so much, Aditi, for coming to our show and spending so much time with us, and giving us so knowledgeable content. Thank you to the viewers who has joined our show. Keep watching Mindful Moments.